It's not just you, your brain was literally set to desexualize. Traumatic experiences, depression, and other mental disorders may trigger it. A total sexual drive aversion may be a key part of what's been keeping you from experiencing life in its total. And we will explore whether this is just a cultural bias or real brain damage. If that sounds right, it's probably time to reprogram your brain. Sex drive or libido is just your natural desire for sexual activity. It's different for everyone, like how some people love spicy food while others don't. It's usually fine. But sometimes it can get too strong, like when you can't focus at work because you keep thinking about sex. Or it makes you feel bad or causes distress with your partner, sometimes. People seek high-risk sexual behavior in compulsive ways because of such strong desires. Lots of things affect it. As you get older, your hormones change. And that can make your desire go up or down. Feeling stressed, anxious, or depressed can also mess with your sex drive. Even how much energy you have and how fit you are can play a role, for some. Feeling connected in a relationship boosts sexual desire. The effects of medicines, alcohol, or recreational drugs can greatly alter. Though it's often said that men experience sexual desires more than women, the statement may not be completely true. It's all in your head. Well, kind of. Your brain, especially an area called the hypothalamus, controls a lot of your sex drive. Other key places are the amygdala, which deals with emotions and arousal, and the prefrontal cortex, which helps you make decisions. Chemicals in your brain called neurotransmitters also matter a lot. Dopamine makes you feel good and can increase sexual motivation, while serotonin can sometimes have the opposite effect, suppressing sexual interest. There are also hormones like testosterone, estrogen, and prolactin. Those greatly impact and change over time, which can either increase or decrease this desire. There is always some sort of imbalance at play, so these all need to be taken into account if you want to lower your sex drive. There are a few things you can try. Talking to a therapist can really help. They can teach you coping skills and better understand the whys of how your brain works. Through, for example, CBT, mindfulness and meditation can also decrease stress and provide emotional detachment, which is a key element of what you're looking to do by desexualizing your brain. But there are no medications that can particularly help, since many drugs will have multiple impacts. Sometimes, a high sex drive can turn into something more serious, called compulsive sexual behavior or hypersexuality. This is when your sexual thoughts and urges feel out of control and cause major problems in your life, like issues at work, financial problems, or relationship problems. You might feel a sense of overwhelming compulsion. It's kind of like the addiction process. When it gets hard to stop the overwhelming temptation, if you think you have compulsive sexual behavior, it's really important to get help from a mental health professional if you want to seek help. First, see if the below questions check out for you. Can I manage my sexual impulses? Am I distressed by my sexual behaviors? Is my sexual behavior hurting my relationships, affecting my work, or causing serious problems, such as getting arrested? Do I try to hide my sexual behavior? Set aside any shame or embarrassment and focus on the benefits of getting treatment, and understand that you're not alone. Look for a provider who has experience in diagnosing and treating compulsive sexual behavior, and always keep in mind that what you say to a healthcare or mental health provider is private. Another thing that can be really distressing is having unwanted, sexually intrusive thoughts. These are thoughts or images about sexual situations that you don't want to have and that make you feel bad. It is most often triggered by stress or anxiety, but it is not the same as a fantasy, as it includes sexual violence or criminal behavior. Examples include inappropriate touching someone, feeling attracted to children, or being violent during sex. You need to understand that where are they coming from, and are they trying to tell you something about your values? Also have an awareness of the thoughts and that they are just not reflective of your actual desires. It can be difficult to control and often accompanied by feelings of shame and fear. Understand that when these unwanted, intrusive thoughts occur, give them attention with your awareness that they're just thoughts that are not reflective of your actual desires. Seek professional help from CSAT therapist as the first step if you're consistently struggling with high and uncontrolled sex drive and behavior. Here are a few things you should explore and discuss with a mental health provider. Eating disorder. Eating disorder create a complex emotional situation as well as affect the production of certain hormones. Anxiety. Anxiety can lead to negative body image, stress, and etc. that makes you feel like you have lost control. Trauma, which is often a source of various other triggers that could cause other issues mentioned above. So, desexualizing your brain is possible, but it's a complex issue with no one-size-fits-all solution, although there's plenty of research on what triggers this issue. We still need a lot more information to understand exactly how all the neurotransmitters and hormonal pathways are connected, and what are the effective, as well as harmful methods to alter those pathways permanently. It varies for individual to individual with the level and extent of changes someone wants. If you're struggling with unwanted sexual thoughts or a high sex drive, seeking professional help is the best first step. So if you're feeling brave today, like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more amazing videos.